Stay tuned for the biggest fish, the hottest bites, this week here on In-Depth Outdoors. With James Holst.
Look at that. Wow, is that an incredible fish?
And the rest of the IDO fishing team. We're headed to the best fisheries across the upper Midwest and Canada. We'll fish longer, explore unfished bodies of water, and go further off the beaten path in search of the hottest bites in fresh water. With Pat McSherry.
All right, what a fish.
And Andy Fioca.
Wow. Get the colors on this fish.
This is In-Depth Outdoors.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of In-Depth Outdoors. I'm James Holst, and today we're headed to Montana to fish Fort Peck. Now, this body of water has been on my personal bucket list for years now, and we just haven't been able to put together a trip to make it happen. Today's the day. Now, this body of water is known for huge walleye, huge pike, and a phenomenal population of big lake trout. So we're gonna start out learning this body of water by targeting lake trout with Gary Krisak. Now, Gary Krisak is a guy that lives in North Dakota. Gary and I have been communicating back and forth here for the last few months, and we've decided we're gonna do a trade-a-trip deal. Gary's gonna share what he knows about Fort Peck, and this summer I'm taking him to Lake Superior to target his favorite species, which is also lake trout. So the editors have told me, after taking a look at the footage, I need to keep the intro short because there's just way too much good stuff to share. So stick around, it's lake trout on Fort Peck, Montana today on In-Depth Outdoors.
Oh, here comes one, James. Here he comes.
Get him.
There we go, got him.
He's got him. Awesome.
Not a big one.
Doesn't matter. Awesome.
Oh, he's not that bad, actually. Boy, do they chase hard out here.
know,
Holy
right?
smokes.
You want a hand there?
Yeah, maybe. There we go.
Nice.
Fun stuff. And the lake trout run.
I know, right? That's
Love
awesome.
Boy, I didn't drop down for 5 minutes and I had
5
one.
minutes.
Came right off the bottom and I think I caught him about 20 feet below the ice finally.
Yep, followed you right up. How many feet of water are you in?
55.
55, yep.
Yep.
Yeah, if we just keep bouncing around, we'll just keep finding more and more fish. They're really active right now in March.
Look at that.
See the mud on his belly?
Yep.
Laying on the bottom with all that mud on their bellies.
Had him just skin hooked right in the bottom jaw there.
You got him. Nice one, man.
Yeah, thanks. First Fort Peck Laker right there. I don't know, I'd say maybe a 5-pounder, 5-6-pounder, but I said it 100 times, they are by far my favorite fish to go after through the ice. There she goes. Fun stuff. I started out with one of the new Storm 360 GT Coastals. This is a Largo shad, and I chose the 1/4 ounce size of plastic, but then I switched the plastic over to just a VMC swim jig head and a 3/8 ounce. There's a little bit of current here. It's only 55 feet, but with the current, I needed a little bit more weight, but I'm still using that Largo shad body there.
So here's what we got going on today. It's me, Pat McSherry, and Gary Krisak. We've never fished with Gary before. He lives in Williston, North Dakota. Comes over, fishes all the time. I've been chatting with him all winter long, and this is a bucket list destination for Pat and I. Always wanted to come out here. It's a huge body of water out here on Fort Peck, and all the fish are big. Huge pike, huge walleyes, and of course we're out here for the lake trout. As you know, both Pat and I love to fish lake trout, so anytime we get a chance to explore a new body of water and get in on one of our favorite species, we take it.
He went back towards the bottom. Gosh. Got him. This is a bigger fish here. I had that fish chase all the way up to the ice. I dropped back down. He flashed it on it twice, and then he went down to the bottom. So I dropped back down again, and he met it halfway, and I saw my jig going down on the flasher, and all of a sudden my jig just stopped. Those lines met together, and whammo. This is a lot of fun.
Why you gotta catch fish so far away?
This is a bigger one here.
Well, good. I'm over there trying to sniff my way to a swim jig, and you're doing work. Well, you're one of the biggest lake trout nuts that I know. How's your first 15 minutes on Fort Peck been?
Oh, it's been pretty amazing.
Pretty positive.
Yeah.
The rest of us are just trying to play catch up here, just trying to get rigged back up with swim jigs. Like I said, we all kind of started with different stuff, and of course, Pat's on them right away.
There he is. That's a little bit nicer one.
That is a chunk.
Yeah. There we go.
Pop you some line.
Definitely eating well.
Right. Well, I know when we
Nice
first
fish.
dropped transducers down to verified depth, there was a school of bait fish that we assume is Cisco's, maybe smelt, about 10, 15 feet thick. Very nice. I want one.
Cool. Boy,
right.
if you get a 40-incher, it's going to be a heavy one out
No
here.
kidding.
They got some weight to them.
So I'm gonna rig up some heavier swim jigs, but I'm gonna try fishing a rip and wrap first, but I'm gonna keep the swim jig in my pocket. Because if you do that again, I'm done. No more experimentation. Good work, sir.
I'm going to get back down and get another one.
Make your next day on the water even better with Airwave Pedestal. The only air suspension system that can be custom adjusted to the weight of the rider. No unreliable springs, no oil-filled shocks to leak. Our patented design utilizes a 2-stage suspension system to smooth out the roughest ride, while limiting travel to an industry-leading 2 inches. This boating season, enjoy your time on the water to the fullest. Find out how at airwavepedestal.com.
From the first time you pick up a tuned-up custom rod, you'll know you're holding something special. A rod not mass-produced, but built one at a time by the hands of gifted craftsmen. Rods like the Precision, ice fishing's most versatile multi-species rod, or the Precision Noodle with a tip so sensitive you'll never fish a spring bobber again. And the Commander, the rod that's never met a big fish it couldn't best. Tuned-up custom rods. Ice rods handcrafted for you and the way you fish.
This winter, set a trap for your next trophy with iFish Pro. Ideal for all species, iFish Pro is an innovative fishing system that allows an angler to use their favorite rod and reel instead of trying to manage the fish hand over hand. Complete your ice fishing arsenal with iFish Pro, tactical ice gear that puts the fight back into tip-up fishing.
Look at that.
Find iFish Pro online at ifishpro.com or at your favorite sporting goods retailer.
Come on. There you go. Pat, I don't think he's a giant.
Fish nonetheless.
It is a fish nonetheless. And you know what I went and did? Copied ya.
Did ya?
Yeah, I had to break down and get a swim bait on there.
Yeah, it's been a good one, even on Lake of the Woods this year. Did you do the Largo shad? Yeah.
Well, I figure Lakers are Lakers wherever Lakers swim, right?
Yeah, I was really happy to see that these fish chase, because that's what makes lake trout so much fun.
Yeah.
When you get them chasing, they'll cover 50 feet of water in about 8 seconds.
Yep, they are something else. All right, fishy. All right, there's my leader. I got about a 4-foot fluorocarbon leader on there, so it's close.
We got 2 holes drilled here because these lake trout, when they get towards that bottom of the ice, they just tend to circle and circle and circle. So if you have 2 holes, it's a lot easier to get them to turn up that hole.
It's also,
it's a
easy
nice
to,
one.
it's also easier to swallow off a boot too, so you gotta
Yeah.
kind of be careful that way. Come on, fishy.
It's a nice fish.
Feel free to grab the line. I got 15-pound fluoro on there, so it should be pretty strong. It's all yours.
There we go.
Nice
There
fish.
you go. That's a good one.
Thank you. Thank
That's
you.
a 10+ pounder there.
Oh. Yeah, I'd say that's probably, what, 12 maybe?
Look at that bait.
I know, just a perfect snoot hook. All right.
Yeah, just right in the snoot, perfect.
That one is drilled, going nowhere.
Like Gary was saying too, the bellies they have mud on them. It's kind of crazy.
Right, so they're sliding along in the dirt. All right, back it goes.
Yeah, that's a nice fish, man.
Go eat some more herring, get bigger. Whoosh.
Sweet.
Some water for you.
Yep.
Thanks for the assist.
Absolutely.
Gary.
Right on. Yep, James, nothing like catching a big lake trout.
So glad we came out. White, GT360 coastal swim bait. I upsized the head to a 1/2 ounce. That's a VMC swim jig head. And that made the trip right there. About 12 hours in the truck, putting up with heckles and harsh treatment from my passengers the whole way. It's all worth it, Pat. It's really something special. When you see a lake trout come in under your jig, think of it kind of like if you're playing with a cat or whatever. You put something on the floor, the cat looks at it like, so what? But if you start moving it and kind of running it away from that animal, they get energized. They want to chase it, they want to swat at it. Same thing with these lake trout. If you just jig right in front of their nose, they're just going to be like, that's not what herring do, and they swim away. So as soon as a fish comes on our flashers on this LX9, it's immediate. You just watch what we do. We just start pulling away. And those fish can close that distance so fast, you can't go fast enough to where they couldn't catch up to it. So just keep that in mind. You're fishing lake trout. Everything you know about fishing walleyes and just kind of dancing in front of their nose, in front of their eyes, throw that out the window and just get real aggressive. Pull that bait away and you'll be a lot more successful.
Yeah, for you guys, a 12-hour drive coming all the way out here, well worth it.
Well worth it. I've driven a lot farther for a lot less.
Yep, exactly.
You working one, Pat?
Same here.
Yep. Got him. Oh, he popped off. See if he'll eat it again. He might. He's going to. Oh.
They are the craziest fish. Oh, there he is, there he is.
No way.
That's why lake trout are cool.
One of the reasons. There's lots of reasons why lake trout are cool.
You can have them on for 10 seconds, they get off, and they'll just eat it
It just
again.
makes them madder. It's like you insulted them or something. That's a funny, nice fish, bud. Good grief. Here, I'll get that out of there for you. Good grief, Pat. What'd you have? That was a 3rd time's the charm kind of deal?
Yeah, pretty much. These fish are chunky too.
That one's got mud on his belly.
Very
as well.
nice.
Awesome fish. And they are definitely, are they mainly eating ciscos right now? Is that what they're eating? or-
Yeah.
All right, we'll get this fish back.
The Lithium Shuttle, only from Markham Technologies. Okuma Fishing Tackle offers a complete lineup of reels for the die-hard ice angler. The Okuma Samar 10 and Inspira 20 are a perfect match with your favorite panfish or walleye ice fishing rod. Both feature a long stem handle that fits comfortably in a gloved hand. Cyclonic flow rotor technology that throws water off the reel to minimize ice buildup. And a drag system optimized for use in extreme conditions. Everywhere, every day, every fish. Okuma Fishing Tackle is inspired fishing.
At Aluma, we make the longest lasting, most dependable enclosed trailers on the road today. By building quality our competition just can't match. Our all aluminum construction gives you a heavy duty but lightweight trailer that can handle your tough hauls. Aluma trailers are engineered for ease of use with you in mind. All backed by our unbeatable 5-year warranty. Work or play, get there with Aluma. We're in it for the long haul.
Proving yet again that the best never rest, Otter introduces Otter Thermal Tech, the proprietary full thermal shell found on every Otter shelter. Beginning with the all-new XT-H hub shelters and the all-new lightweight one-man XT hideout, on up to the ever-popular XT and XT Pro Series shelters that have earned a near-legendary reputation for unmatched toughness and durability. At Otter, we know stopping at good enough is way overrated. This ice season, see for yourself how the best just keep getting better.
Got one. Ever gonna believe what it came on?
I bet you put a spoon on.
I did not. A slab wrap.
Ooh. Let me guess, chrome blue?
Here's the funny thing. It's the same one I use on Lake of the Woods because I still have the upsized hook on it. It's always fun when a guy can, check a box next to something on the bucket list. We're there right now.
Yep.
All right. I think we're getting close here. Come on. That's got him. Nice.
There we go.
That fish owned me.
Yeah.
Just right in the corner of his mouth, gave him enough of a leverage advantage that I just couldn't control him like I would if he was so deeper. Fat, heavy, beautiful fish. Long as your arm, fight like mad.
They got the power. That's what makes them so much fun.
All right, thanks for the assist.
Yep,
appreciate
absolutely.
it. All right, give her a breather. You ready? This place is full on awesome, and we haven't even scratched the surface yet. Like I said when we started the day, known for just big fish of all species. This has been one of the fastest paced days of catching lake trout that I've ever experienced, and the average size is just fantastic. No runts at all. I would say average size right now is running somewhere in that 8 to 10 pound range. That one there, probably about 8 pounds. But about all I could handle, given I switched over to the Commander. I've got almost the same setup as far as line. On that LTP, I've got 20 pound braid. Here I've got 15 pound braid. And then on the leader, I dropped down to 10 pound fluorocarbon, more than strong enough to handle, all but the biggest lake trout. And then I switched over to a slab wrap. This is the largest one they make. I believe that's a size 5. And I just added a larger hook to the tail. I really need a larger hook to get a good grab on some of those bigger lake trout. The hooks on there are more than adequate for walleyes, perch, what have you, but you start talking about a body of water where you might catch a 20 pound fish, that number 6 treble hooks makes a lot of sense to me. Down she goes. Got another one.
Sweet.
Holy smokes, did that fish come in fast and hard.
Did you even see it, or did he dummy you?
I saw it, and before I even got to do a flip with the jig, he smoked it. So it was like half a dummy. Oh!
It's just another one of those 10.
8, 10,
yeah,
whatever.
Yeah, it's like a 10 pounder, I suppose.
Woo! That's a chubbo.
There we go.
Nice.
Just like that last one.
Yep. And these fish must appreciate the fact that I'm actually going barbless now, because it's the same bait I fish on Lake of the Woods, up in Whitefish Bay, where you have to go barbless. Thank you, sir.
I'm gonna go catch one.
That fish is within like half a skosh of being identical to that last one.
Yep, he's right there.
Less green across the top. All right, we're gonna let that fish go. See ya. Bye.
It's at 15 feet and still on it. There we go, got him.
Kidding me.
So James is putting the whipping on him on the slab wrap. So just to be quick, I had one rod rigged up. It's a 32-inch precision that already had a slab wrap on it, so I just grabbed that rod, so I'm a little outmatched. There we go.
Uh-oh. Oh no, no. I almost lost that.
Where's that bait?
I'm gonna get Gary one because these baits are killing.
All right.
Woo. Good work.
Oh, he's going back down. Oh, he's coming back up.
Oh, money, money, money.
Oh man, can you believe that? Right at the hole. Oh, oh, he wants to go for a little run here. There we go.
More than a little run.
Jeez, I didn't even get back to my hole.
I know, he's going and going. Jeez, he's after it. Thanks, Pat.
Yep.
Man, I was just dropping back down. I was about 60 feet off the bottom. He was elevated at 20, and all of a sudden he just come flying up off the bottom.
Pat didn't even get back to his hole?
Yeah.
I know.
This is awesome too, because normally like in Northwest Ontario, afternoons things start to slow down a little bit more. Mornings are definitely your peak feeding window, and heck, they've just kept biting all afternoon.
Had to switch presentations a little bit.
There we go.
You got him?
Nice.
There you go.
Oh man.
That's a long one.
Got it.
That is a nice fish.
What a dandy.
Eating good.
And again, another, 10 pounder.
Yep, absolutely.
You think he's 10 pounds?
He's
close, 8 to 10.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, he's over 8, probably right in that 10 pound mark, I would put him.
Right.
Awesome fish.
Great. And they got some beef on them, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's let this pig go.
Yep. She wants back.
See you later, big girl.
Hey, you needed to get lunch. You went and ate a sandwich or whatever you did.
That's all I needed.
2 fish. Boom.
That's all I needed.
Well done.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Yep.
Brandel GM in Aiken, Minnesota's only haggle-free Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC dealer, is a proud sponsor of In-Depth Outdoors TV. Our Brandel value price ensures that you don't have to spend your entire day haggling to get a great deal. And every new vehicle comes with our exclusive gimmick-free lifetime powertrain warranty. Whether you're in need of service, sales, parts, or body shop repair, stop by our state-of-the-art facility in Aiken or visit us 24/7 at brandelgm.com.
Looking for the perfect fishing vacation? Leech Lake, Minnesota. There's over 112,000 acres of water to explore with fantastic walleye, bass, pike, panfish, and trophy muskies. The fishing opportunities are endless. Leech Lake has it all with over 30 resorts, lodges, campgrounds, and hotels line its pristine shores. Plan your trip. It's Minnesota's original up-north vacation destination.
Markham's new pocket-sized handheld underwater cameras, the Recon 5 and 5 Plus, use a 5-inch color display to deliver superior screen detail and employ a combination of dark water LED and infrared lighting to punch through the darkness. The Recon 5 Plus adds a built-in DVR and on-screen display for critical information, previously only available on full-sized underwater viewing systems. This winter, see what you've been missing with a Recon from Markham Technologies, the undisputed leader in underwater cameras.
Yep.
He ate it.
Yep. Probably one of the better things about a lake trout. You can call your shots. Here he comes. Oh, here he comes. Bonk.
Tell you what, it's just been nonstop action all day. Had a little bit of maybe like a 1 hour period where it was a little tougher. We smoothed spots. We came out here and.
That's about the extent of it.
Right.
Yep.
Got him. Thought I felt a little bit weird when I was fighting him there. And that is because that bait is right there in his chin. A lot of times you can tell, if that bait's not in the mouth, the fish just feels a little bit different when you're fighting him. But another nice fish.
Got him. Ooh. Something to keep in mind when you're, dealing with these lake trout is, if you were to catch a walleye out of 60, 70 feet of water, that fish would need to be kept. It's going to die. But lake trout can actually vent the gases that build up in its air bladder when it moves from 70 foot of water to a much shallower depth. It doesn't hurt them. I had that slab wrap just sitting there hanging on the outside of the mouth where I really couldn't grab them very easy. There we go. Just a fantastic, beautiful fish. Caught so many of them today. Every one of them is clean, fat, healthy, very strong.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, that looks like a good one.
About time.
Atta boy, Gary.
I love wrangling these things.
Yep, here he is.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
There we go.
There we go. Nice.
Man, are they crushing that bait too?
Got him.
Got him? All right.
Yep, white swim bait.
Yeah. It's been about 50-50 on that thing, it seems like. James and I have been getting some fish on the slab wraps, but you're still catching them on the swim bait.
Yep.
I think the real aggressive ones are kind of just eating whatever, and it's just a matter of working the bait right, getting them to eat it.
Every school that comes through, it seems like we're picking a couple off.
Mm-hmm. Sweet.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Nice fish,
man. What a dandy. Well, they're back in the water. There she goes. Oh, awesome.
So that brings us to the end of today's show, and let me tell you, this was, without question, the best day of lake trout fishing I've ever had. We haven't totally counted up the number of fish caught during the filming of this episode, but we're pretty sure it's pretty close to 30 fish in one day of lake trout fishing. That's unheard of in my book. We will definitely be back. And while we were out on Fort Peck, we started to talk to some locals, and they told us all about the 13, 14, and even 15-pound walleyes that are available in Fort Peck. And let me tell you, the quality of the pike available on this lake, mind-blowing. So we will be back almost certainly next season. So before we go, I want to say a huge thank you to Gary Krisak. Gary, you are a fantastic host, and I look forward to returning the favor this coming summer. So now before we go, I want to remind everybody to get yourself entered in the Dream Trip giveaway that's sponsored by Brandel GM in Aiken, Minnesota. The winner of the Dream Trip giveaway is going to win a chance to fish and film an episode of In-Depth Outdoors TV. We're going to air that next season. So to get entered, go to indepthoutdoors.com, click on the Dream Trip giveaway icon, get yourself entered for your chance to win. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you next week.
For more info on the latest fish reports, gear recommendations, and hottest techniques, connect with us online at indepthoutdoors.com or follow us on Facebook at In-Depth Outdoors. And if you enjoyed today's show, be sure to let our sponsors know.